We are on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. This is a bucket list thing for both of us to come and see. Chasing RV Sunshine to the rescue.
Camelback water bottle turned in.
And this is the least vandalized of all of them.
Great.
Which is so sad. Why do people have to do that? There's zero reason to vandalize anything. We could not find the trailhead back there. So it's a good thing we don't have children. We forgot Maya's water bowl, but luckily we're still able to get her some water. Hello and welcome to Chasing RV Sunshine. We are Joel, Deb, and Maya. We are a full-time RV couple who recently retired from law enforcement, downsized, and sold everything. We share our adventures as we learn about RV life and cover RV travels, finances, DIY RV projects, destination reviews, and other RV living details. We hope you join us as we document our adventures, chasing RV sunshine throughout the country and beyond.
Hello and welcome to Chasing RV Sunshine. If this is your first time here, I'm Joel.
And I'm Deb. And our dog Maya's right down here relaxing. On last week's video, we were in a new state, New Mexico. On this week's video, we're in another new state for us. Neither one of us have ever been to Arizona. One of the things that was actually on our bucket list for travel, as corny as it may seem, was to stand on the corner of Winslow, Arizona.
We sure did. We were standing on the corner.
We ended up leaving Santa Rosa Lake State Park in New Mexico and headed to an Arizona state park.
We made it to Homolovi State Park in Arizona.
It was really nice. We stayed there for 2 nights and we saw some of the most gorgeous sunsets. And it was a beautiful backdrop with the desert.
Camping at Homolovi State Park was great and it was only $25 a night.
We did have 30 amp hookups and water, and there was a dump station there. The neat thing is friends of ours that we follow on Instagram, our Big Dog RV, had stayed in the exact same site as we were in the week before. They gave us a tip and told us to watch while we backed into our site, as there was one weird branch that hung down from the tree that we could possibly hit if we weren't paying attention.
It was a great tip because we may not have seen it ahead of time and backed right into it.
And the nicest thing about the actual state park, there were amazing hiking trails there.
Yeah, we did a 5-mile hike one day and then
we're trouble in sight. Beating hearts don't lie. An empty page, a story to write. I'm in love, you're divine, and it's all in our signs. We're going away. Get your bag, check the tag.
One fun fact that we ended up learning today is the Mormons actually settled this area in
1876.
So it was a settlement there. They formed a full little town. So when I was a kid, my mom would make us stop at cemeteries and give us pieces of paper and crayon, and we'd have to run through the cemetery and try to find the oldest gravestone and do a rub of it, and then we kept them in a scrapbook. It's one nice way to get kids out and about running around if you're on a car trip, is to stop and do something like this. But beautiful place. I can't even imagine what it looks like here for sunset. It's a good thing we don't have children. We forgot Maya's water bowl, but luckily we're still able to get her some water.
She seems to like drinking it that way.
She does. We are at top of what they call Dine Point. It's got a little symbol near it, so we're thinking it was someone's name or something. Either that or maybe the Mormons came up here and ate, or the Hopi Indians would have ceremonies and have dinner up here. We're not really sure.
Nope.
But
there's been animals up here for sure, so maybe they like to come up here and eat.
yeah. Oh, and hopefully maybe the Mormons and the Hopi Indian came up here and had dinner together.
Yeah.
You never know. And this is not based on any factual information that we read. We're just guessing.
MSU.
Thank you.
MSU makes up.
History by Chasing RV Sunshine. Not based on any factual information or actual history that took place.
Nice view though.
Hang on.
when you're on top of Dine Point, these rocks like this right here look like they're like regular size rocks that someone has picked up and just put right on the top. Now you get over here and they're huge. It's quite impressive. We could not find the trailhead back there, so instead of wandering through the sagebrush in the desert,
Yep, we're walking on the road. We also didn't want to be walking places we weren't supposed to be walking.
yeah, so, but a little confusing. There was no trail.
Still exercise.
Yep. Got a water bottle, a Camelback, up at the top of Dine Point. Joel is just turning that into the visitor center right now and finding out how the official way to pronounce the state park is.
Homolovi.
Homolovi.
Homolovi. So yeah, I turned it in and she said, oh, somebody just called asking about a water bottle.
Sweet. Good find.
Oh.
Chasing every sunshine to the rescue.
Camelback water bottle turned in.
We did our civic duty. So we hit the center, or the visitor center, turned that water bottle in, and now we have 1.2 miles to go back. We already have 4.4 miles in. We thought this was going to be, I should say, I thought this was going to be like a 3-mile hike. And you looked at it and thought the same thing.
Well, only because you said it. But this is typical. We're only going to walk 1 or 2 miles and it'll be 5 to 7 to 9 miles.
It's good for us.
The good thing I know about this one is we're going to go stand in the corner of Winslow, Arizona, and there's a brewery right near there.
Yep, so he's getting a beer.
So I know there's a beer at the end of it, so I guess we'll be okay.
It'll be okay. Also, the trails are free if you stay in the campground. There is a $7 day pass if you just want to come from town and use the trails. It was $25 a night to camp here.
Mm-hmm.
I think there might be a discount if you actually buy an Arizona state pass, which we don't have, but not sure. Didn't really look into that as we're only here for 2 nights.
And then we also made it to some Hopi Native American tribe ruins.
Joel in the past, when we have traveled to Mexico, has not enjoyed seeing any ruins. However, surprisingly, he really did enjoy looking at these.
Yeah, these seem more realistic than some of the other ones we've been to.
Yeah, the Mayan ruins in Mexico aren't legit.
Yeah, they look like they're still more intact than these are, though. We're here at Homolovi State Park at the Homolovi 1 site. Homolovi is a translation from the Hopi Indian language that means place of little hills.
Yes, this place was actually flooded in 1300 by the Colorado River, which ended up making the land very, very fertile, and it was a great place for the Hopi Indian to actually settle. Historians believe that they actually abandoned this area and moved approximately 60 miles to the north of here to another site. But it's pretty cool here in the state park that you can actually come and walk around in these ruins. It's not, it looks like literally it looks like a pile of rocks,
Right.
But very interesting to know that people, a whole society, one of the largest of the Hopi nations,
Yep.
actually lived here for numerous years.
Yeah, they have some artifacts kind of placed about where you can see where there were some paintings and etchings and some tools being carved out of stones and stuff.
It is actually pretty neat to see. Once again, it is free to get into this section of the park if you camp here. Otherwise, it's $7 for a day pass.
Yep.
But I would say that this is definitely a nice little hike to come down and see the ruins. And this is the least vandalized of all of them.
Right.
Which is so sad. Why do people have to do that? There's zero reason to vandalize anything, except for if you go to Cadillac Ranch. We are outlaws and we did vandalize there.
But it's encouraged there. If you come to this site, there's the river that runs along it, but don't bring your bathing suit. There's a big sign out front that says dangerous banks and quicksand, stay out.
Yes. But do recommend to stop here.
Yeah, definitely.
This is
Neat.
definitely a nice state park. We're glad we enjoyed our time here. What did you call the pyramids we went and saw in the Mayan Riviera in Mexico?
pile of rocks.
Yeah. And this,
Another pile of rocks, but it's interesting.
we're not really sure if it's going to show up or not, but back here in the background is the tallest mountain in Arizona. It's actually beautiful to look in the backdrop and see it. It was considered a sacred place here by the Hopi Indian, and apparently gods used to live up there, and they'd pray to them for the rain and the
Fertile soil and
stuff. So I said, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's San Francisco Peak is what it's called.
it's like 12,600 and some feet.
Quite impressive. It's very pretty. Got snow on it still. This is kind of really neat to see, and a lot of the area was vandalized by grave diggers and people looking for buried
trinkets.
treasure and trinkets, and so a lot of the structures are collapsed, but the Arizona State Parks are doing their best to preserve what they can.
Yeah, there's a lot more information. We didn't mention we're at Homolovi Site 2. There's a nice walking path, and there's some nice signs throughout explaining everything real well at the site that the other one didn't have.
Yeah, so pretty cool. Definitely put this on your list to see.
For sure.
The second site is handicap accessible. There's a nice path that goes all the way up and is wheelchair friendly. I mean, it's going to be quite a push if you have to push someone up this, but if they have an electric wheelchair, definitely accessible. There's nice benches along the pathway also to sit at and rest. It's all the way down the road, and you can't miss it because there's nothing left once you hit the parking lot. And Site 2 is definitely worth coming down and seeing. We are in Winslow, Arizona on historic Route 66.
Well, I'm standing in a corner in Winslow, Arizona, and such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down to take a look at me.
I'm the girl in the flatbed Ford.
You are?
I am. We are on the corner in Winslow, Arizona. This is a bucket list thing for both of us to come and see, and it's pretty cool.
One of the great things about standing on the corner of Winslow, Arizona is right across the street, there's a great brewery called Relic Road Brewery.
They not only had good beer, but they had good food too. And really neat potato chips. We've never seen anything like it, where they actually spiraled out a potato and then put it on a stick and made the potato chips that way.
Like an accordion of a potato.
And they were really good.
And how's your well-deserved after a 5-mile hike beer?
It is very good. It's the Grand Canyon Sunset Amber Ale made out of Williams, Arizona. It's very good. Relic Road Brewing Company.
We just had a fabulous lunch at Relic Road Brewing Company, and now, as exciting as today has been, we're heading to Walmart. Got to pick up a little groceries before we head to the Grand Canyon. So we figured we better stop, get some small stuff, and we'll head back to the RV to hang out with Maya, who we know is completely exhausted from our 5+ mile hike today. And
Yep.
can't wait to get to the Grand Canyon. So this is where we're gonna leave you. We're not gonna bore you in Walmart, but part of full-time RV life, when you got a Walmart near, might as well run in and get what you can.
If you didn't know, we also can be found on Instagram and on Facebook and TikTok when we're feeling kind of silly. But you can find us over there, and you can always reach us at our email at chasingrvsunshine@gmail.com if you have any questions on our travels.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up if you like this video.
Also, you can also ring the bell so you get notified when our next video is out. On next week's video, we were so excited as we marked off another thing on our bucket list. We head to the Grand Canyon.
For more death-defying days of death.
Yes. Luckily, Winslow, Arizona didn't involve any heights, so he can't accuse me of trying to kill him in Winslow.
I got 2 days off from death-defying days with them. There was no heights involved at Homolovi State Park or any of the hikes we did, so you got a breather for once.
Oh, you're so cute. But just remember, chasing RV sunshine is about moments and not things, and you can always make your own sunshine. And now we're gonna roll those
Bloopers, as you know, we always have them.
No sunset right now, is there, Brian?
No, there's not. It's a great tip because we probably would have hit it without being known. It's a great tip.
We ended up leaving a beautiful state park.
Well, I'm standing in a corner in Winslow, Arizona. It's such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed truck. Flatbed Ford.
Thank you to all of you that have been coming along on our journey to be chasing RV sunshine. Remember, life is about moments and not things, and you can always create your own sunshine and enjoy us chasing it in our RV. See you on the next video.